Aren't we lucky?
The luckiest people in the world, I think, to be honest.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, I'm working on projects here now, and, you know, it's a difficult time for everyone at the moment, but I'm allowing my energy to go forward. What's next? What's next? Which is what we should all be doing. What's next? Let's just sit this out and be safe, and then what's next?
Yeah.
You know, it's so important. It really is.
Yeah, an optimistic approach towards it, because it's not going to be forever. And
no, it's not.
Theatre will continue in maybe a slightly altered form. I don't know, but we're still going to be here. So.
Absolutely. You know, and I think a lot of people forget the wonderful producers that are out there. They're not stupid. They know exactly what's going on now, and they're planning accordingly because they love the business as much as we do.
Yeah.
You know, and I think a lot of people forget that. You know, they're fighting our corner. They want us to be back on those stages. You know.
Oh yeah, they don't want empty theatres.
Absolutely. You know, so that's, you know, really, I think that's an important thing to think of. You know, but at the moment, says he, I'm just keeping forward and positive because I think we have to.
That's awesome. You know? That's really inspiring to hear that, because I know some people are probably finding this a little bit hard, but certainly, you know, from our end, we've been trying to find all of the positive things. And I know you said you have been going to the gym in your house and going for runs and everything. Yeah.
One thing, I think we have to be careful, and you know, your career, and all performers out there, young performers, your career doesn't rely on how many likes you get on Twitter or Facebook.
Oh, thank you for saying that.
Please, for God's sake, remember that. Your career relies on you and what you believe in your heart.
Yeah.
Yes. And even now, and I don't care if it sounds a bit, what's the word? Arrogant, if you like. I get up because I want to do it. I want to do it. Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah.
I want to do it, and I want to do it to the best of my ability. But please, forget about Facebook and Twitter. They're there. I use them, and I get in touch with friends. Indeed, I talk to Ray on social media. That's fine. But the likes, and it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You know, it's about what you can give to a performance yourself. That's what it's about.
Yeah, no, it's about what's in here as artists.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So we've got one more question for you.
So as Ray said at the beginning, that you're Olivier award-winning choreographer for your work on Top Hat. Now I can only begin to imagine the amount of work that went into creating that show, and probably a year or two in the making. And I can imagine the icing on the cake was winning the Olivier. So
it really was. I mean,
what's the moment
do you have to pinch yourself and go, yes?
Yeah, you do. Because, Top Hat, Fred Astaire. And when Kenny Wax, the producer, asked me if I wanted to do it, I laughed. Because I said, how are you going to do it? But again, it was a wonderful director, a wonderful designer, arrangements by the amazing Chris Walker. And it was just a wonderful experience from the beginning to the end. I was so passionate about it. And I was, at some points, quite arsey. Oh, could you try? No, we're not doing that. I want it like this. And that was Gillian Lynn. She was actually phoning me every night to see how I was getting on then, bless her. There was a few moments where, it was tough going and it wasn't going right and numbers needed to be changed while we were on tour. Well, that all happened. We had meetings with the Irving Berlin daughters, the wonderful daughters. They were happy with all the changes, and we putting on the Ritz to open the show. And I just worked at it and did what I believed again in it, and it is that. And then the Oliviers came around, and we opened the second half of the show with a big medley. And they couldn't get the sound right. They couldn't get the foldback right because, as people know, with tap, You've got to get the sound right. Otherwise, if you're missing beats, oh yeah, yeah. Anyway, we finally got it right. And it was time to run back to the Aldwych Theatre and get ready. When we got there, they did the first half, and you're sitting there and you're a bit numb, really. You don't have a drink because you think, well, I didn't even write a speech. There was no way. I was so busy with the work that you don't even think about that. And then they did their number and it took the roof off. It was just wonderful. And then there was 2 awards and now it's the award for best choreographer. And that's when you go, oh, here we go. This is it. And there's a lovely story I'll share with you. Gillian being my mentor, that year she won the award for her contribution to theatre, and she won the honorary award. And she was sitting one end of the row that I was in. And they said, and the winner is Bill Deamer. And I just did this. And as I looked, Gilly looked forward and she just went, and I got up, and the rest is history, you know. And it's sitting right here on my unit here, but it is the most wonderful honour to be honoured by your peers. And it's a great show. And the precursor to that is that we did the show last year or the year before. Anyway, last year we did it in Tokyo with a Japanese cast. Matthew White, myself and Kylie went over. And it was the biggest smash hit out there in Japanese. And it is wonderful when you see your work translated into another language and the dancers are taking this style on and all of that. And we very much hope we'll go back again. It was an enormous hit. And that was a very moving moment when you see your work the other side of the world and it's still making people happy, you know? So yeah, Top Hat was a very special show for me and a life changer, really. You know, so I've been very lucky. It was, you know, it was a great, great time.
Amazing. I mean, it's just proof right there that art transcends the normal boundaries. You know, it doesn't matter if it's in a different language, if it's in a different time zone.
Absolutely.
Art doesn't recognize those boundaries.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is an amazing insight. Thank you, Bill. And we asked you quite a few sort of intense questions there. We've now got some really rather silly questions. This is a world famous quick fire round. She says world famous. It's not world famous yet, but never mind. Our world famous quick fire round against the clock. So you have to give the answer. Don't overthink it.
Okay.
Okay. So here we go. I need the countdown clock to start going. First question. Beach holiday or city break?
Beach holiday.
Oh, straight there. That's great.
That was quick.
Okay. This one's going to be harder, I think. Favourite movie?
Carousel.
Wow, quick. Without a pause. That was good. Okay. Any pets?
Breed Dalmatians.
Oh,
wow.
Sorry, we like
very
dogs.
doggy people.
Wonderful. Okay. Somewhere you would like to visit but you haven't been to yet?
Bermuda.
Ooh. I kind of want to ask why, because that was straight
you're
there. I know, but why?
Bermuda Triangle.
Ooh.
It's the sea and the sea life there. It just fascinates me. There's something there drawing me there, and I don't know. I've always wanted to go.
Okay, well, if you do go, do come back. Don't get lost in that triangle, okay? Okay, right, now, milk, dark or white chocolate?
Dark.
Ooh, a man of mystery. Right. Favourite colour?
Blue.
Okay. Any nicknames that you get called?
Will.
Will?
Yeah, because I'm William. My family call me Will.
Oh, right, okay.
Right, there we go. Slightly strange one now. Invisibility or the ability to fly? Which one?
The ability to fly.
Nice. I'd go with that.
We'll go
I'm
with
just
that
saying. Okay. What's your pet peeve?
Gosh. People who moan all the time is probably the biggest peeve in my life. People who moan. Yeah, my glass is half empty and my glass is half full. Yeah, that's the biggest. Yeah, too many people have their glass half empty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Turn it round. Turn it round.
Great. And last one, how many hours do you sleep a night normally?
Have to have 8 hours at least.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a sleeper. I have to get a proper sleep or we'll forget it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are the same there. So he's a terror if he doesn't get 8 hours.
After 9 p.m, I can't put a sentence together. I'm away. Can I please ask you my movie question, just because you are such a movie person? Right.
Yeah.
If there's going to be a movie about you and your life, what genre would it be and who would play you?
It would probably be, I have to say, the 60s, I would say. That was who would play me? My gosh, I don't know.
Dead or alive, you can resurrect people.
He's one of a kind, ladies and gents. There's no one to
Bill Deamer played Bill Deamer.
Bill Deamer plays
No, I think actually it would be, I am one of a kind, you know, I'm a mid-60s baby, so I've really, gosh, you've really, no one's ever asked me that before.
There you go.
Have a think about it. And I'll tell you what, you guys send in your suggestions as well. Who do you think should play Bill Deamer in Bill Deamer the movie? So,
Be nice.
Be nice.
Be nice, yes.
Be nice.
Okay, well, that's all of our questions that we have for you today, Bill. So once again, all I can say is thank you so much for taking time to talk to us and talk to everybody who's listening to this interview. I know that people will have just enjoyed this so much, that you have such a fascinating career and so much energy. So thank you again from both of us to you.
Well, thank you. I hope, you know, I mean, I just speak from my heart, and I only, you know, there are things that I've done and it's what I do, that's all, you know. But it's really important that people, I think that's why I can't think of anyone to play me, because I've always been me. Mm-hmm. I've never actually tried to copy anyone. I'm just thinking about it then. You know, I never, that's a really, no one's ever asked me that before, you know, because I'm me.
But that's an incredibly inspiring message, actually. Yeah, no, it's an inspiring message for all of us to take, that be yourself.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, gosh, absolutely. Yeah.
So we're going to sign off now, guys. And thanks very much for listening and tuning in today. And we're sending you, as always, all of our love. So keep smiling, keep dancing, and tune back in for another interview soon with us. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Bye.